Hey folks, I'm Jeff Spring, CEO and Director of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I'm coming at you today from one of our mobile Disc Golf Network studios. I'm proud to announce our new partnership with Bushnell, makers of rangefinders that can help you improve your disc golf game. Head on over to www.bushnell.com/disc golf to find out more. The great news is that Bushnell is now working on rangefinders in feet specific for disc golf. We're thankful for their participation in our sport and look forward to a bright future. They also sent us 6 rangefinders that we were able to send out to 6 participants in the Dialed In with Bushnell Challenge. Those participants are Paul Macbeth, Ricky Wysocki, Simon Lizotte, Garrett Gerthy, Eric Oakley, and Drew Gibson. The challenge you're going to see today challenges these pros to throw 25 shots at different distances. Whoever's closest to hitting their specific distances, when totaled, wins $500 from Bushnell. Now, as you watch, you'll see a highlight of their different attempts and a scorecard showing you who's ahead and who won. But if you want to see their full attempts, head on over to their YouTube channels for the full amount of content. We're doing this in 2 parts, part 1 and part 2, so make sure to catch both to see who wins. That's it for me. Enjoy the challenge, and we'll see you back next time on the Disc Golf Network.
All right, so let's get to throwing. The first distance is 100 feet, 5 shots, and then I'm going to laser it with the speed gun to see the differences in my distances. Oh!
What a grip lock.
That's cold hand.
Still the same distance as the other one.
Rangefinder time. All right, station 2, I'm just gonna throw the same discs, 200 feet. Hopefully I can come a bit closer this one. That's 200 feet.
Time to measure.
58, 26 points, 59. All right, stage 2, 96 points for Simon.
Improving.
That last one was a good indicator, so I think I'm dialed in now. All right, 300 feet. That means we want to measure it at 100 yards. 86, which gives me a score
42.
of 42. 91, 99 yards.
3 feet?
3 feet gives me a total for the 300 foot mark, 211 points. Ouch! After first 3 rounds, I don't know, it's hard to compare with ball golf where you have 14 different clubs, where if you hit them full power, they'll all go like 20 yards apart, different distances. With discs, it's just kind of a different science, and from the last time I tried anything like this, I can say that I am not very dialed in when it comes to throwing discs. I need to see my target, and of course, knowing the distance helps, but I'm a feel player, so I throw it like I feel it, and I gotta see my target, and then I think my body will adjust with the muscle memory, because these are not good scores. All right, now we're getting to the range where who knows what's gonna happen. 400 foot shots, 5 tries. I'm throwing DD3s, and I'm just gonna try and hyzer it, whatever feels to me like 400 feet. Was that good? I think so.
I think that looked all right.
That landed right next to the first one, so that's a good sign. I mean, they feel consistent. I don't know if they are.
Only one way to find out.
Oh, that felt like the weakest shot. Maybe not. Okay, they're all somewhere pretty close to each other. I'm excited to see. Even the shortest one was too long, but I guess we'll see. All right, shot 1. We have 130 yards, which is almost exactly 400 feet. It's only 9 off.
Yep.
That's a 9.
In the bullseye.
Total of 81.
Not bad.
I'll take 81.
For 5 throws, what is that average?
Okay, 4 rounds down, 1 to go, and this is the big boy round. 500 footer. Basically a full crush. Like, I gotta be a bit careful not to throw too far, but other than that, I'm gonna throw these pretty much as hard as I can, hopefully in a consistent manner.
That was far.
I achieved 4. If I can do that 5 times, I think I'm sitting pretty good.
Sweet. Last one.
Last rip. Flip a bit. Oh, that's the most stable one. Okay, that one's for sure short. But let's see, final scores. 160 yards.
6 yards short.
6 yards short, so
18.
18. That's not bad. And that one might be on the money.
Woohoo!
165.
Woohoo! 3.
Which is 3 points. 168.
2 yards long.
Yep, that's a 6. 170. Which puts me at 4 feet off.
4 yards.
12. Yeah, 4. Yeah.
So 12, yeah. 12
That
feet.
puts me at 12 feet off, which gives me a total of 39. Not too shabby. 183, which is 17 yards off, times 3 is 51 yards off.
51 plus 39 is 90.
Yep. Total a score of 90 points.
You did better on the further 2 than the first 100.
Yeah, that's very interesting. The further shots were definitely for me way easier to gauge than those shorter chip shots, I'd almost say. And I can definitely see that, I feel that. Now, I don't think that's very good, but I can't wait to watch Macbeth, Eric Oakley, Garrett Girthy, Drew Gibson, and Ricky Wysocki himself try the Dialed In with Bushnell challenge. Huge shout out to Bushnell and the Disc Golf Pro Tour for creating an awesome challenge and new opportunities with a new partnership. I can't wait to have this in my bag and maybe start working with more exact distances. I think it would only help my game. And you guys should look into getting the Bushnell Rangefinder. These guys will be part of the disc golf family. They will be working very close with the Disc Golf Pro Tour, and I can't wait to see what else we can do. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Good luck everyone else, and like and subscribe. See you in the next one.
So for today's challenge, I don't have the luxury of shooting at a basket or a target. I'm just shooting into an open field. So I'm gonna rely heavily on my angle control, keeping my disc on a hyzer, so I know that it's not gonna get out of control and start gliding more distance than I actually want. So you'll see my disc carrying on hyzer and hitting the ground. I feel like I have the most control of my distance that way. So I'm gonna be focusing on my hyzer angles. So I'm gonna be throwing an open field today. So it's definitely a lot different throwing on a course maybe where there's a tunnel shot or a lot of trees in the way. I notice the tunnel shots when I'm throwing in tournaments seem a little further, maybe a little more intimidating. So I know an open field, it's easy to be aggressive and throw past your target mark. So I really want to be cautious of that and really tone it down a little bit more than I think, as opposed to throwing in a wooded course. I think a tip that I'm gonna have to keep in mind for myself is I just really wanna make sure I'm hitting my lines. I know that if you hyzer off or turn over too much, that really affects your distance. So actually hitting your line is super important when you're trying to hit your distance, especially in a challenge like this. So for the first station, the 100-foot station, I'm probably gonna be putting. I feel like I have the most control from that short of range. I'm gonna be using 2 pigs. I can jump out with a pig, imagine that. Not much I can't do with them. And I got 3 aviars that I'm just be doing a nice spin putt. We got a little bit of a tailwind right now, so that's something to keep in mind. It's easy to throw your discs past in a tailwind with it carrying, but let's get started. up there. Pretty in line with each other.
So if you're right, you're gonna be pretty right.
Exactly. If I'm wrong, I might be way wrong.
Cool. All right, let's check it out.
All right. So first one of the day is 37 yards.
Not bad. I mean, you're looking for 33.
33. Okay, then that means those are perfect. I got this lone one here, and now this is. I feel like this is the hot zone right now.
31. Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, now we're on to the 200-foot station. I noticed with the very first shot, I can really feel how that came out of my hand, so I can really see the disc on the ground and then make the adjustment based on how my swing felt for that shot, based on my muscle memory for 200 feet. So let's get it going. I think they might be a little long. The first one was definitely long because you know, I was just kind of gauging on that one, just kind of guessing, and then I toned it down a little bit. So I think the first one's gonna be the longest, and I think the last 2 to 4 are gonna be the best distance-wise on that set.
Might be on the money.
This one's gonna be money. 66.
66 on the number.
That's crazy. I thought I shanked that one. That was my last shot. All my other ones were pretty close, within a couple feet, and then this one was just felt bad, but it was 66 right on the money. So after round 2, the 200-foot station, I noticed the first shot is the most important shot of them all, because then I can tone it down or add a little distance if I need to, based on how I think the first shot came out of my hand. But also at the same time, it can hurt me. If I think like that first shot, I thought it was pretty close, maybe a little deep, but it was way deep. So it threw all my other shots off. And my worst shot was actually, that it felt like the worst shot was actually the best shot. So I'm gonna try and get the first shot on this one a little better, a little closer to 300 feet, and then hopefully I can pile them around there. Oh, that's so strong. That felt super good.
I don't think it is. I think it's really good.
Alright.
I don't know.
Caddy's telling me it feels good, and I'm telling, alright. I think I'm gonna throw a little further than that. I think that felt a little weak out of the hand. But this one I'm gonna probably try and throw 10 feet further. Yeah, that feels like fun. Yes, I'm pumped. This one's gonna be like 96, and those ones gonna be like right around 100. Oh, 101, dang it. Oh, I was hoping I could keep the trend going. But no, I felt really good about that one.
Did you know that Innova makes different discs in between a Firebird and a Destroyer?
Yeah, well, you can make it a different disc if you throw it harder versus softer. That's my mind. I make my own discs. In my mind, so what I'm doing, I'm like picturing 100 feet how it felt, 200 feet how it felt, 300 feet. And now I'm just kind of looking in the field like where I'm guessing my landing spot's going to be for that 400-foot spot in my mind where I think it should be. Yeah, a little short still. I think they're all. I'm kind of interested. Is that 5?
Yep.
Okay. All right, first one.
We're
Let's try and guess this one. I think this is going to be.
We need
How far is 400 feet?
we need 133.
So I'm going to guess 130. 124.
124.
Wow. All right. Well, I think those will be good though. 130.
30.
Yeah, 400. I mean, it's a far distance, so I mean, I didn't hit any within 3 yards, but I mean, I got a lot that were pretty close, so I'm kind of happy with that. I'm excited to see how that fares against all the other players that got sent the Bushnell and are doing the Bushnell challenge. All right, 500 feet. Let's go. Oh, that's I was only hyzer, there was no flex on that, so the fact that I didn't have flex was going to take off probably 40, 50 feet. So I'm thinking probably maybe not that much, it's probably 4, that was 470 out of my hand. Wow, 154.
Wow, that's way shorter than I
I
thought.
talked about that actually, that means those are going to be really good.
154?
Yeah. Yes, 168.
168.
So that's 2 yards off?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome, that was so much fun. That was awesome. Thanks for joining the Bushnell Challenge, guys. Had a blast guessing my distances and really making the adjustments after the first shot. I think that's the most important shot of each station. Going the first shot, making the adjustment based on my muscle memory and mechanics of how the first shot came out of my hand. Thanks again to Bushnell. Really appreciate the support for not just me, but for disc golf and the Pro Tour as a whole. So thank you guys for joining me, and support Bushnell, and I'm looking forward to the new disc golf specific rangefinder.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing the Bushnell Challenge. We're going to be throwing 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet, and 500 feet, and measuring the distances and seeing who can be the closest to that actual distance. Thank you to Bushnell for supporting all of us players with these dope rangefinders. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so on this first one, it's only 100 feet, so I'm going to do my best just to throw a little like jump putt. I think that's going to be the most consistent way for me to throw 100 feet without having any clue where that marker is. But I feel like just my little spin jump putt is what's going to get me to that distance the most consistently. So let's check it out. So we have the 5 shots here. Again, pretty good grouping. Now I'm looking back, I think it might be a little too far, but I could be way off. It's way easier to throw to a basket or a target than it is the middle of the field, but let's hear what this is saying. 64 yards. So overall, and again, another pretty good session here. I think as we get farther and farther out, it's gonna be harder and harder. But I think overall that's a good grouping, and I'm happy to keep going. All right guys, so we're at the throwing to the 300 foot mark now. I think my best bet is gonna be to throw, coincidentally, some of my signature discs. I'm gonna be throwing the Scepter from Infinite Disc and the Vengeance from Legacy Disc. The 300 foot mark, I think I was a little short on the 200 foot mark. I just misjudged the distance there. But I do think that as we go farther out, I might get a little more consistent. So my groupies have been good. Hopefully I can just get the distance down a little bit better. Let's see how it goes. We'll go off to 400 feet now, which I think this is where it might be getting a little easier for me, but I've been wrong before. I could be wrong again. I just keep trying to think in my head of adding 100 feet to every single one of these. So, hey, what's a jump putt farther than that? So I'm gonna just keep trying to throw these the Legacy disc and the Infinite disc, which I'm sorry they're clear. I didn't think about that when I brought these discs out here, but I guess it'd be like that sometimes. But let's see what I can do on 400. I'd say that that's pretty consistent. I don't know if it's the right distance, but it's definitely, consistency on this one wasn't lacking. So we're going for 400 feet. All these four are really close. That one was kind of short, but overall I think that that's a pretty good effort. All right, we're on to the 500 foot mark now. My groupings have been pretty good, but I think the distances have just been a little off. I think that I'm just gonna throw 5 distance drivers on like a hyzer. We're in a pretty good left to right crosswind right now, so we're gonna see what happens, but I'm feeling pretty confident still. I haven't seen anyone else's challenge obviously, but I think that at the end of the day I'm gonna be pretty close to in contention here. 500 feet, let's get it.
Hey folks, it's Jeff Spring back again. We hope you enjoyed that video. We just want to thank our partners at Bushnell. These are the boxes that they sent us out for the rangefinders. I'm just going to take a minute and give you guys a peek inside one of them. Pretty awesome to get this in the mail. Head on over to bushnell.com/discgolf to find out more about these rangefinders. Pretty sweet packaging that we've got here. Pretty soon we're gonna have some disc golf packaging according to this letter right here. Thank you, Bushnell. We've got our instructions. We've got a bunch of Bushnell stickers, it looks like. And of course we got our handy dandy rangefinder. Comes in a case just like this. This is the Prime 1300. That's what the pros are using out there, the Prime 1300. And again, a disc golf specific rangefinder in feet is in development. Here's our carrying case that we've got here. Beautiful case, and the rangefinder itself. Pretty simple to use. All you gotta do is take it out of the packaging and start using it. All right, again, thanks to Bushnell for sending us 6 rangefinders for this rangefinder challenge. We hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time on the Disc Golf Network.